Wellness Thursday. Winter colds are already going around, and if you catch one, you might think to reach for the NyQuil. But our next guest says there's a natural way to kick the colds and the flu. Gabrielle Traub, welcome to San Diego Living.
Thank you so much, Erin. It's so wonderful to be on the show.
Thank you for being here. Now, you are a homeopathic practitioner. Tell me the difference between someone who does homeopathic practicing and general practicing, just your regular doctor that you would see, you know, on a regular basis, or when you get a cold or the flu. What's the difference?
Absolutely. Well, it's just the approach that we take. In conventional medicine, we use an allopathic approach. In other words, if you get inflammation, you take an anti-inflammatory. If you have an itching or allergic reaction, you take an antihistamine. In homeopathy, it's actually the opposite approach. It's very similar to vaccinations. In other words, we give a small amounts of substance which prime the immune system and elicit an immune response. So, for example, I'll give you an easy example to understand. We give coffea, which is made from homeopathic coffee, to help with patients who have insomnia, sleeplessness, palpitations.
Now that seems backwards.
And we use this actually in conventional medicine quite a bit. We use this in vaccinations. We give small amounts of a substance which prime the immune system, elicits an immune response, and when the immune system encounters that similar situation, it knows exactly how to deal with it. We also use it in allergy shots, and it's very interesting. Children with Ritalin who have attention and deficit hyperactivity disorder, they take Ritalin to calm them down. But if you give Ritalin to people who are completely normal, it actually revs them up and makes them hyperactive. So we see a biphasic action of medications on people depending on how we use it.
Now, I think that some people probably think that homeopathy is herbal treatments, herbal remedies that you might go and find at a natural food store, different herbal remedies. How is it different from herbal remedies?
That's an excellent question. A lot of the homeopathic medicines are actually derived from herbs, but we have homeopathic medicines made from herbs, animal products, and minerals. Basically anything that we find in nature and anything capable of eliciting an immune response.
Now, homeopathic remedies are monitored by the FDA, and not all herbal remedies are. So do you face a little more strict restrictions on what you can prescribe to your patients?
Exactly, that is correct. All medicines are FDA regulated. It is highly regulated, the same way that traditional prescription drugs are regulated.
So we don't need to worry about any sort of crazy side effects or any of those types of things. In fact, you say there are no side effects.
There are no side effects that have been recorded, and homeopathy has been around for over 250 years. It's been around for a very, very long time. It is completely safe, and the reason why it's so safe is we're using only the smallest quantities, the tiniest dilutions of the substance, and they're all from nature, completely natural.
Now let's get specific, because as I was telling you earlier, the crew around here, we're all getting the sniffles, we're all coughing. We're going to pass this cold around to everybody that works here. So I want you to help us stop that while we can in its tracks. So you have some tips for how to prevent getting colds, and you say it starts with sugar.
Sugar, if you eat sugar for 4 hours after eating a substantial amount of sugar, it weakens your immune system by 50%. So any viruses or bacteria or pathogens you encounter in the next 4 hours after eating sugar, your immune system isn't able to fight it as effectively. So if you can avoid sugar at all costs, and we do have natural sweeteners that are actually healthy, like agave and stevia are healthy natural sugar substitutes that don't affect your immune system.
So you want to avoid the processed stuff.
Exactly.
Now, your next tip surprised me. Avoid heaters. Are you kidding? It was freezing here this week. We were so cold. What do you mean avoid heaters?
What heaters actually do is they dry out the air, they dry out our mucous membranes that help to keep bacteria and viruses out. They also contain a lot of dust and mold inside the heaters themselves, so all they do is spreading all those allergens around. I find that as long as I can keep the heaters off during the winter time, I will not get sick, but I know it's cold.
It's tempting. It's tempting to turn it on. Now, you also say we should get enough sleep, which we all know we probably should do a better job at. Tell me about some of the remedies you brought today and some that you recommend that we take throughout these winter months when we're more likely to get sick.
Our first remedy is Oslocosinum. Now, Oslocosinum, it's quite a mouthful to pronounce. We call it Aussies for short. And Oslocosinum is the #1 over-the-counter cold and flu remedy, and it works. The trick with Oslocosinum is you have to take it the moment that your symptoms come on. If your cold and flu has actually progressed and established itself, then individualized homeopathic treatment is necessary. And what we mean is we take a look at all your individual symptoms and find a homeopathic remedy that best matches those specific symptoms.
Okay, I don't want everybody to miss out on your workshop that's coming up in the North County in Carlsbad. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to be speaking about at Jimbo's on Monday.
Monday night we have a fantastic workshop and it's absolutely free. You're all welcome to attend. And we're going to be explaining in great detail exactly what to do when you get sick, when you get the cold or the flu. We will go over all the different homeopathic remedies that are very effective in helping you to overcome illness. I find that if you take a homeopathic remedy on the onset, the severity of your illness is greatly reduced and the length of time you're sick is greatly reduced. So you don't have to stay home, stay at home. You're able to get back into work, get back into your daily routine. It's fast.
What we all want to do.
What we all want to do.
Absolutely, and it's free. It's at 6:30 on Monday, the 17th, at Jimbo's in Carlsbad. And I also want to tell you guys, Gabrielle brought us something extra special. She's posting her ebook about colds and flus and keeping yourself healthy throughout the winter. We're going to link it up to our website, so thank you for doing that for us. Our viewers have a chance to go and get all the great tips and even some of the things we didn't have a chance to get to today. They'll be able to access that on our website. Gabrielle, thank you so much for being here. Great tips to keep us healthy.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, ignore the eggnog and hand over the hot toddies. Classic cocktails are out and drinkable dessert is in. The goodies we've got in these glasses are a great reason to put off your diet until the new year. Get the recipes from the Flairaholics when San Diego Living comes right back.